Hello, hello, jcrafters. This is Nate, the jcraft production manager and host of the most back again for another YouTube video. How's everyone doing today? Good, I hope. Good, I hope. Well, remember what seems like eons and eons ago when jcraft used to have a Tekkit series? Well, that series kind of died. Yes, we know this. Yes, we hated it. Yes, it had to happen. Why? We were changing server worlds. We were going from one to another to another to another, and it's just like, blah. So, for your enjoyment and viewer pleasure, I, along with the rest of jcraft, are happy to announce that we have brought it back. My sound is off and should not be. It should be on. I'm transferring massive amounts of data from hard drive to hard drive, so pardon me for any lag. And on top of that, I'm doing some stuff with my iPod on another computer. It's a laptop, and you'll hear more about that later in the episode. Now, usually, Minecrafters or anyone who does LPs hates clicking on this multiplayer button in older versions because you couldn't hide your IP. Like that, you can't hide the IP. Although, since this is hosted over my local network, the only way you can connect to the server, don't fall asleep, computer. The only way you can connect to the server is if you're on my intranet, the internet inside my house, quote unquote, or a VPN using Hamachi. So, unless you have the Hamachi credentials, or you're in my personal network, you can't really get to it. So, it's no big deal that you see the IP, since that private IP is not routable over the internet. So, I've pretty much been the only one playing. Why is my sensitivity up so high? Why have I got junk on my mousepad? What is the junk on my mousepad? You're probably thinking, who uses a mousepad? Well, I do. But at the same time, I'm going to try to make this as entertaining as possible. Right, I'll catch you up on some of what we did, or what I've done, along with the help of Joe Stoner, the jcraft name owner. He did a lot of mining, and he helped me set up a lot of what you see. I built the house. He doesn't like the idea of a tree house. I don't blame him, as I see myself walking down here one day and falling to my death. On that note, speaking of death, I don't have a lot of resources, so we're both liable to die. I'm trying to work on getting more resources and turn these generators into windmills, and then get some batteries or some bat boxes. But because the generator is sucking through coal like you wouldn't believe. I used to have 5 stacks of coal, and not anymore. And yes, that's how I reorganize my and there's the automatic backup. Yes, I use the middle button to organize the chests. It's just quicker. And yes, that's simple backup. I use simple backup. I think it's for Craft Bucket 147, but since we're running 125 on here, I guess it works just as well. I mean, it hasn't spazzed too terribly, so I'm assuming it's okay. I think I can scroll. Yes, I can scroll. Cool. That is neat. That's a good feature. Good job, developers of Tekkit. That's a really smart feature. I need to get some rubber. I hate to use more. The heck? I guess that was the computer saying. Yeah, I guess that's the laptop. I'm trying to see what the issue is. For the longest time, I couldn't find one artist. I bought a lot of his music, and I didn't want to desync or resync, or what do you want to call it, my iPod, because I didn't want to lose his work. But then I realized, oh yeah, you can just transfer. What's it called? I know what it's called. You can just transfer your purchases from the iPod to the computer, so long as it's authorized. And I'm like, well, dope shit. Didn't ever know that. So now that I figured out I could do that, I'm doing it. Oh. The only reason I'm not using my main computer is because I can't carry this 50-pound steel case with me wherever I go. By the way, I use a custom-built computer. Built it myself. So yeah, I'll probably go over its specs in a later video. Oh, how about now? Let's see. 4 gigs. I'm holding space whenever I do that. Why it's not taking it, I don't know. Let me actually open up my computer, and I'll tell you what I have for specs. Let's see. Oh. My CPU is it. Well, I know what it is. I just can't remember the model number off the top of my head. It's an AMD FX 4350 quad-core processor clocks from 3.9 to 4.2 gigahertz. I can take it farther. I just don't want to. It's right there. I did not see it the entire time. Oh my god. It's an AMD FX 4350 quad-core processor from taking from 3.9 to 4.2 gig heights. I want to take it further, but I've heard just as many terror stories from overclocking as I've heard good stories from overclocking, and I'm not really uber awesome at overclocking, as I just I press the button and just let the BIOS, well in this case I shouldn't call it BIOS anymore since it's technically a UEFI, I let the UEFI just take care of it, and kind of like, nah, you do it, you know what you're doing, I don't, because I click a button to launch it into its, pardon me, turbo mode, and I use that one anyways, oh damn it, and I press a button to launch it into turbo mode, and it's doing the front side bus, the speed, and it handling and whatnot, and the computer's going to sleep again. So, yeah, pressing spacebar, so I have to mash the damn key. My spacebar must be going out. It's the third keyboard I've had this year. I never seem to find a really good one. I don't want to spend my money on a really, or all of it, but I don't want to spend money on a gaming one because I just find that useless. Some people will be like, but I just find it useless. That's just me opinione. That's my English teacher. He is an awesome teacher. He pronounces people's names wrong just to irk them. I think it's all in good fun. I know what he means. He means well, but there's days where I feel like if a guy can have a main period, he has one. That's my thought. I mean, it sounds nasty, and trust me, the thought of it is. But now, can't I make rubber from these if I put in an extractor? Yes, I can. That's why I wanted it. Thought I could. Was not sure. So I'm writing this out. If I could get some industrial TNT up in here, that would be awesome. I want to get at least a stack of this stuff, because I know what I'm doing is going to require lots and lots of rubber. The rubber in-game. Get your mind out of the gutter, you teenagers out there watching, or even the old teenagers. I say old teenagers. You can be an adult by age, but you can be a but you can be a teenager by heart. Like, I make the joke, I'm a 13-year-old trapped in a 16-year-old's body, and some people may be like, defect to that. I always joke. I like to remain young-hearted, but yet I never seem to do so. I always seem to, I don't want to say act older than I am, but if you were to ask someone if I'm like that, they would probably say yes. Just like I was asked, are you going to go to our prom? Ours in my school's prom. I go, nope. I spelled entrance wrong. Don't bombard me on that one. Yeah. I said no. They're like, why? I was like, well, I just don't see the point. I've got. I was really holding back the thought in my head. Bitch, please. I've got better things to do with my time than to go waste time at my school, which they already expect us to buy classrooms. They don't expect. Well, I guess they expect us to buy class rings. Apparently, that's a popular thing. Buy class rings. Act stupid. Where I had 15. I had to hide the uranium. You don't need to know where that is, because I know that. And again, Joe, he'll try to go take my uranium because he does not like the thought of me having uranium. Why? I don't create nuclear reactors or anything like that. Winky face. Let's see. Do I want to do solar or wind? Time to head to the wiki. Tekkit windmill. And y'all get to learn something today. Anywhere from 0 to 4 EU per tick. Let's see, let's do Tekkit solar panel. This is unupgraded solar panel, the regular, 1 EU per tick, 13,050 per day. You really. Well, poo. Okay. A solar flower would be a bad idea in that case. So I'm probably going to go for windmills, even though it's kind of varying. The most effective height of a windmill without a high chance of breaking, even with a break? During a storm seems to be between layers 90 and 95, but when observing obstructions above, a windmill placed in this range seems to produce roughly 1 to 2 EU per tick on a clear day. So let's, and that is out of, my laptop is inserting its 2 cents. Let's see, so windmill, and watch me be on cheat mode. Okay, phew, okay, I'm not. Generator. Let's see. I'll just do the iron furnace route because I don't have a lot of refined iron. Joe, if you're watching, I hope to have your help at some point. I know you're busy. I know you got, you got the young lady you gotta pay attention to, and I understand that. So. And perfect, I understand that 110%. Oh, we always like to poke. I always like to poke fun of the other jcrafters, even though it really irks them to no end. But hey, one person being pissed off makes me quite happy. Or pissing one of my friends off makes me quite happy, because a no will turn around and do the same thing to me. We did a YouTube video. Hey, wanna know what Nathan did? And I'll probably forget to blub it out. I'll probably forget to bleep it out, and or completely cut the clip. And yeah, here we are. Let's see. Okay, so I got the generator. I'm gonna forget how to. Whoa. First off, I need to do the beep-a-doo. Oh dear God, I'm glad I didn't press that. Beep, 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 beep. I'm saying, it almost sounds like I'm saying puppy. Speaking of puppy, my dog is not down here. She's upstairs sleeping. Usually she's down. I record in my basement. You might be able to hear some background noise. It's because I've got 2 1U background servers running in the background. And that's going to start doing, that's going to start pulling some load. So we're going to store some of my YouTube videos. I shouldn't say mine, because the owner of... When I upload to YouTube, when you look at this from a legal standpoint, they in this case belong to Joe, and I think that's how most partner networks run. And boy, I'm thinking during a jcraft podcast, I've really got some insight to some partner networks, like I want to go over. I think a partner network contacted us at one point. I don't know, but I don't see. I don't know why they would. I mean, at 28 subscribers, really is. We've lost 2 subscriptions, and I think my shout out. A negative shout out in one video didn't really help. I mean, I called out someone on a stupid email, which if you didn't see that, really, phone calls. Dad, if for some reason you ever watch YouTube and you just come across this channel, you just interrupted a recording. So yeah, but at the same time you're working till 10:30 tonight. So sorry. Anywho. Maybe while I was on the phone with him, got the windmills and got the ultra. What's it called? Come back, wiki. Oops. It is the. Do I have? Okay, it's recording my sound. Where's it at? The ultra low current cable. Now, I'm just gonna read out some stuff that's straight off the wiki. So actually what I need to do is I need to make a bat box. I think I remember how to make it, so I'm not going to look up the recipe quite yet, but I know I'm going to need more wood. Oh, I have wood in here. I need 10. Ah! Darn it! That means I need to use more stinking, what's it called? Coal. Coal. Anyway, let's see. I'm gonna run these cables. I can't believe I spelled the entrance wrong. Really? Entrance, or did I? Entrance. I don't think I did. I may have. I don't know. I'm trying to jump to the top of that because that's right where I want to put the stinking wire. What I'll do is boo, 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 because that's where I have the bat box come in. I'm gonna leave myself some oh shit room, so in case I fall and have an oh shit, I won't go splat. Now it says it works best between 90 and 95, so I think I'll boop have it halfway in between. Now which direction is this going to face? Really? You have got to be kidding me. Okay. This is gonna face which way? Gonna face that way. Okay. There's the sound. I was like, when is the sound gonna kick in? Any day now, please. Any day. Really? I did not bring blocks up here? Yes, I did. Any good Minecrafter that records will always have blocks. Oh, you little shit. You little shit. If I break it, please, windmill. Damn it, generator. I had figured that much. Son of a biscuit. I'm trying to stop cursing in my YouTube. Why do I keep saying my? I'm going to try to stop cursing in jcraft YouTube videos because it just doesn't sound nice. But at the same time, in some cases, who really gives a flying fuck? Okay. Trying to dig that up. Right. Now, I have a chance of making this if I can land it here! Well, I was trying to aim for the vine so I wouldn't take fall damage, but what I did is a good next. Or is a good thing. I don't know. What was I gonna say? Yeah. Or whatever Zoidberg says. I don't even know. I don't know. Right. We have 14, 8, 16. Okay, we're good. We are on like Donkey Kong. We are on like Donkey Kong. I don't know how it goes. Any of you young hip teens that have all the... I am pressing the spacebar when I do that. Why am I taking damage? Damn it! So much for not cursing in YouTube videos, Bart. I haven't gotten much feedback of how people liked the first episode of Don't Starve. I'm still not so frantically searching for the license key so I can update it to the newest, what would it be called? Release? Version? But at the same time, it's like, it's not the world's most important thing, but at the same time, it would be nice to have it. Regardless, let's see. So I said I would read some facts about the windmills. Okay, so from the from tekkitclassic.wiki.com/wiki/wind_mill. Under detailed mechanics, the windmill treats items placed in a 9x9x7 area as obstructions, or a 3x3x4 radius. Said another way, blocks or items within 4 blocks to the side and top and within 2 blocks below are considered obstructions. For each obstructing block, a windmill's effective height lowers by 1. Oh no. A windmill treats non-block items like torches and redstone wires as obstructions too, so be careful how close you run redstone to those things, as they are pretty cantankerous and those vines are going to grow back into this house again. A windmill does not treat the roof as the world as an obstruction, as I guess at the roof of the world there is air, or that is considered air, and since there is nothing in an air block, since right now all the blocks around me, like here, everything I'm clicking on, like there's nothing here, it's air. Windmills produce 50% extra EU per tick in a thunderstorm, and 20% when it is raining, but not a thunderstorm. So, jungles I associate with rain and thunderstorms, so I would imagine it would work better. In the end, windmills are most effective at the height of 160. Fido, I don't know about you, but that's pretty high. I need a name for this dog, other than just Fido. Windmills are most effective with yes, ultra-electronic cable, we know this. Wow. A windmill placed near bedrock, layer 10, with no obstructions, not including the cable again, will roughly produce 2,000 EU per tick a day, or 0.1 EU per tick overall. Wow. A windmill placed at layer 126 with no obstructions apart from 2 cable blocks underneath the windmill will produce roughly 31,000 EU a day, or 1.3 EU per tick overall. That makes me want to go rerun that wire and go even higher. Wire higher. Hey, that rhymed! 8, 16, 24. I'm really sparing with my coal. Okay, I need to have more wires. More wires. Wires. 10. I might have enough. I have enough. Oh my god. Okay, stop. Out. Okay, well, you can just finish. What was the recipe? Boom. Boom, beep, boop, beep, boop. Yay! I remember the recipe. And I believe it goes like this. Yahoo! Or as the Yahoo guy goes, Yahoo. The old guy used to go, Yahoo. Now it's Yahoo! Or whatever. I don't know. Generator, you can get your butt out of here. I don't need your stinking butt here, no stinking more. You stinker. It died. You stinker. Duh. A slow increase when running one piece of equipment, but hey, that's good. Productivity. Moving forward. Just like my 2001 S10 with a 4-cylinder engine, inline 4. Quite weak in the horsepower department. I may have it floored going uphill. It's going slow, but it still makes positive movement. In this case, it does not completely stop going uphill. Let's see, what else do I want to make? I want to make an electric furnace. So, for those of you who have actually been paying attention to the entire episode, good for you. But you will remember me in the beginning of the episode stating I have my iPod hooked up to a laptop to transfer purchases over from an iPod. First of all, I should say not from an iPod because the iPod is mine, so from my iPod, that's generator. I have, I'd say late 2007 because it has a Core Duo, but it's designed for XP. It's an HP Compact NC6400, which I got from a student from the school I go to. I go to 2 schools. I go to my main school for, history, math, English, lunch, blah. I call it lunch in class for some reason. But I also go to another vocational. I go to another school which is for vocations. In this case, I'm studying network security. Hence the reason I've got a gaming computer and whatnot. I built that back in 2010 before I ever went to the tech school even. So, oh wow, I forgot about that. Anyway, I bought it from a student there, and it was to replace a little Asus EEE PC 1201 HAB. It ran Windows, speaking of which, my main OS is Windows 8, but I'm going to change that here before too long. So, it was for a laptop. I mean, I would take it to school every day. Nice long battery life, but that's about all it had going for it in terms of a netbook. Other than that, it was a piece of dog shit. I mean, I hate to say it, but the thing just... it ran like crap. It would constantly fall over itself. With 1 gig of RAM, when I upgraded to 2 even, it didn't really do much better. I was still constantly accessing the swap saves on the hard drive. Well, I should say not as much when it first had 1 gig of RAM, when we first got it. We as in me and my father. He bought it for my mother to use for business, but I ended up using it for school, and she uses a tablet, which is just as cool. And I'm right. And I was getting sick and tired of the little, I think, 11-inch screen. I think. I have a 10 or, it might be a 10, 11, or 12, somewhere in there. And I was getting cramped on it. Having a hard time reading the screen. It just wasn't worth the while. So for $30, I went and bought that HP compact thing. I went to go buy. I bought that. I tossed more parts in it. Came with 2 gigs of DDR2 memory. I upped it to 4. Came with an 80 gig drive stock. I put a 160 gig drive in it. And what was I gonna say? It had a Windows 7 license key on the bottom of it. So it's like, well, it's got a legitimate version of. It's got a legitimate license key on the bottom of it. I think it's a refurbished computer from HP because it has a license key for the refurbished Windows. I think for refurbished Windows 7. Regardless, I stuck one of my Windows 7 disks in for 32-bit home premium, and the key took the key. Microsoft took the key, so it's running a legitimate version of Windows 7, which I always like to say that I will not run illegitimate software. I will never do it. It's just something I like to. I need to be able to have an updated piece of software. I don't want to leave myself vulnerable to things like Heartbleed, although no one could ever prepare themselves for that. But I digress. It's now the main laptop. It's going to handle all the iTunes stuff. It's going to handle everything. Because 9 chances out of 10, I won't be reinstalling it on a yearly basis. It's going to stay how it is for, I'd say, as long as I can. When my gaming computer gets reinstalled every year, just to keep things clean. Which seems kind of wasteful. But at the same time, when I next reinstall it, I'm going to put Linux Mint on it. And after that, reinstalling is going to be a breeze. Why? Because it's Linux. Because you don't have to worry about license keys. Because it runs so much quicker and better. But at the same time, I don't know how I'm going to do fraps on it. So that's going to be interesting. That's going to be very, very interesting indeed. And then I'll have to document that experience. Until then, I want to say, take care, brush your hair, I'll see you when I say a peace. Because I was watching generic B videos without, I would get a lot of people up in arms. And I don't want to say that. And I can make a nasty rendition of it, but at the same time, that nasty is nasty. Regardless, let's patch this up. Just a little bit of sand doesn't look good. So we use some dirt. And then laptop might also do some video editing. I don't see why I couldn't. One thing I will say HP messed up on those laptops is the piece of copper pipe running from the CPU. So I believe the CPU fan is not near thick enough. It does not conduct enough heat. I think putting my finger in place and letting it burn my finger would transfer heat better, but that's just my opinion. Anywho, guys, hope you enjoyed this episode. Don't forget to like and subscribe, as one would usually do, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye-bye, everybody.